alive, 5 alive. Or in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 alive. 8 tanks of water changing. At a random time. But random's better, right? Random is a lot better. Because you never know who you're going to get. Zoop-a-doop-doo. Let's see if I can do this here. Zippity-doo. Let's see if I can go to FishFam link. Posted it on their Discord. I don't know if I could do anything else after that. Anywho. We'll see who comes in. Oh, another day, another dollar. If only I got paid to do this, right? Oh. Hard to get the back on these things. Everyone's probably working. Which is fine. Close this up. Was it Friday? Say Friday? Happy Friday, right? Probably use the manual scraper for the back. Henry, what's up? Thanks for coming in, Henry. Water change day. It's kind of random. I did post it on Discord's FishFam link, so I don't know if there's anything else I need to do. Did a bunch of stuff yesterday. Can you hear me okay, Henry? Hopefully you can. Yeah, I don't do these too often, but when I do, I don't know, it's kind of nice to be able to walk around instead of being stationary at a desk or something. Tanks need cleaning. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I can always check YouTube, I guess, too. Sweet. Thanks, Henry. What are you up to? I bet everyone's going to be working at the moment. I'll be around for a little bit though. People can kind of pop in and out as they as the live stream goes. Yeah, you got a couple of people watching, hanging out and seeing what's up. What are you up to, Henry? If you're still in here. Oh, that's not going to work. Let's do this then. A little bit easier this way. All right. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. Henry's working and looking. Hey, Jim. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. How's everybody going? Or how's everybody going? Jeez. How's everybody doing, I should say. Henry seems to be doing good. He's hanging out and working. Hopefully he's all good in the hood, being safe. Hopefully everyone had a really good week. And are ready for the weekend. I am not, because I got to work. So there's that. Hey, Cheryl. All right, cool. Thank you. Thanks, Henry. What's the weather like, Henry? It's, I think it's close to 80 today. It got close to 80 yesterday. Yeah, it's 73 here. Oh, I didn't get this side here. Need to get a new not called a back scratcher, but a back scraper. Just must be water spots back there. There we go. Much gooder. 85 in Florida. Yeah, that's pretty hot. My dad's in Jupiter at the moment, so I'm sure it's about 85 down there too. probably do about 50% water change on each tank. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay. Just about halfway there. Yeah, he's an astronaut. Jupiter's like the golf capital of the state over there. I think that's where the Trumps are too. Or along the coastline there. All right. So you guys, I'll have to turn the water on, so it'll be a minute. Whenever I leave, my sop sink where I turn the water on is in the other room. All right. Cheryl, you working today? Henry, I'm doing water changes on 8 tanks. They're all my bigger tanks. I did my smaller tanks yesterday. But I gotta go turn the water on in the other room. So you'll probably hear a bunch of sloshing, but hopefully you can still hear me. I just gotta get the water running. Still around here, guys. Don't think that I'm not. I just got the water running in the other room, so I just got to get it to the right temperature. Hey, Peplin. Cheryl's at work. Finished for the day waiting for RJ and checks. I'm off today, but I go back in tomorrow on day shift for the weekend. So, lucky me. Oh, you guys get to take off while I get to go back into work. In just a minute. All right, guys, coming back. I'm here. Should be here. All right, guys, I'm back. Hi, June. Just doing some water changes. Oops. I gotta do something else. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right. Stupid. Now we're good. Yeah, I'm doing water changes on 8 tanks today. Here we go. Gotta get my water conditioner. Whoops. topping off while I'm taking water out. Multitasking today. I should be moving fish around, but no, I'm watching YouTube. Well, thanks for hanging out. It's all good. I like doing the water change days with these tanks, just because it's a little bit more chill and relaxed. Whereas with all my smaller tanks, whenever I'm multitasking between removing water and adding water, you got like 10 and 20 gallon tanks, so you have to like really keep an eye on everything so you don't either take too much out or vice versa and overfill. And then I got like a few 40s and a couple 29s. So yesterday I did, let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 tanks. And it usually takes me about 2 hours. I did too much yesterday paying for it today. Oh, is Henry, you're going on vacation? Did I miss that? Oh, I see. You're going on vacation on Monday for a whole week. That's awesome. Puerto Rico, from what Cheryl said, I guess. Yeah, it's nice to have a basement fish room. It was not my intention when I first moved in here in 2019. This fish hobby extravaganza was not part of the plan. And then I had African cichlids, and it opened up a whole new world for me. Did not know that they were mouth brooders when I first got them. I found that out by experience. Sometimes that's the best way to learn, though, is through experience, even if you fail. Henry, have you ever been to Puerto Rico before? If that's where you're going? I've been outside the country a few times. Been a while. Going on vacation. 23 tanks, takes 2 weeks to complete water changes. You got pretty large tanks, though. So that makes sense. It takes a while to do these ones, too. No basements in Florida, huh? That sucks. It takes a whole week. Oh, it's your home island. I wish I had better water pressure here. This house is a fairly old house. Not like ancient old. I think it was built in 1949, if I'm not mistaken. And it got redone before we moved in. But there was still a lot that we did with it as well when we moved in. So looks like I'm just about halfway there in this tank, so. All right, let's do this one next. Sorry, guys, coming through. What else we got? Must be nice to go to Puerto Rico. Yeah, that's the only downfall of, I guess, having large tanks. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't really call it a downfall. I'd more or less just call it just, like you said, watching paint dry. It is what it is, though. It's all for the joy in the hobby. If it's worth it, it's worth it. Um, don't have enough drums. Let's switch this over here. Oh, we'll be all right. We'll just leave it there. This tank gets pretty dirty. Not doing a whole lot of, I guess, sand cleaning per se. I normally don't anyways, just because the cichlids kick the debris and stuff up anyways. Oop. Come here, MagSafe, or MagFloat. This tank just gets a lot of fish poop wherever these guys dig. So and my water pressure isn't the greatest. Yep, 2 hours to fill. I get that. Yeah, I bet it'd be nice to have more drums. Like a drum set, maybe? That kind of drums? I like that kind of drums. Maybe you should get a drum set with your drums so you can be entertained with both kinds of drums. I got one. It's electronic. 14 drums do my water changes. Not going to happen. Hey, Jorge. Random live stream. Just doing some water changes. Been about, I'd say maybe about a month, maybe a little less since I've done water changes to these tanks. So I'll be around for a couple hours, maybe longer. We'll see what happens. This is like the lunch hour for you guys. One down, 7 to go. What's Jorge doing today? You working days or nights? I know your job atmosphere is kind of like mine. I just got off of night shift and I'm going to day shift tomorrow. So lucky me. I was just telling these guys that I work the weekend while everyone else has the weekend off. MagFloat, don't run away from me. I'm about to sit outside and smoke a cigar. Sweet. Rest and relaxation. Twice a week. Last night was my first graveyard shift of 7. Yep. I had 2 tanks a day is my normal maintenance. It's a lot of water movement. I did 4, 5, 6 graveyard shifts, and then I go back on days tomorrow. So stupid responsibilities. Always getting in the way. So did you guys watch like a decent amount of all my shorts for 30 days? It was tried to give a nice plethora of different kinds of shorts for everybody. I know every short wasn't for everybody, but that's kind of the challenge of trying to reach a general broad audience, is you have to release things that some people might like and release things that some people may not like, which is fine. I think it was fun though. I think that's the important thing, as long as I had fun doing it. And that's why I made that video of my results for my shorts. Is the main thing is when you're doing it, it's just to have fun. Enjoy your time. And it was a fun challenge for me. I've never done something like that before, and I always wanted to, and it just ended up being perfect for me to do it on April because of my birthday and because of having 30 days in April too. So it worked out for me. But I'm really happy I did it too, because it seems like it worked out for me. Got a lot of decent feedback. Not as much as I had hoped, but it's all right. Yeah. The result, I have a video, Jorge, if you haven't seen it yet. I came out with a video, and it's like a 20-minute video, Jorge, and I basically did a brief explanation of the analytical side, which I don't really care too much about, but it was just kind of nice to it was just kind of nice to see that, a little bit of it. And then I did a brief overview of the 30 days, each one, of why I did them. And then I did like at the very end, I had 3 questions for myself, and then kind of like some final thoughts at the end and what I thought about it. And I wanted to do it because my work week, or my work month, I should say, the next several weeks is going to be really busy for me. So I wanted to make sure to get all my water changes done and do my 30 days of shorts, and then try to be on YouTube as much as I can before my work gets busy. Yeah, usually lunch hour, usually don't get a whole lot of people watching, but I think it's just also it's random too. You get a lot more viewers whenever you schedule this out a few days in advance so people know. But Henry, I think, posted on the Fish Fam link too, so. Watch out, guys. All right, Magfloat, don't steer me wrong. There we go. Oh, I have to watch on this tank. This tank has a leak at the very top, but I don't do anything about it just because it's at the top, and I just can't fill it as much as the other ones. Always seems like it takes the longest for the 75s. I know whenever I get my 220 running, it's going to feel like forever when I do that. I could probably turn this down a little bit, but 80's fine. I'm okay with it. Just about done here. Actually, I'll probably just stop this now. So I'll have to put the water back in here shortly. So sorry, guys. Watch out. Heads up. I'll get back to chat here in a second. Yeah, it leaks in this corner, if I'm not mistaken. That should be good. Oh. All right. Price, will you be getting more tanks? I will not. I'm actually getting less tanks. I actually, on an update, someone is buying my 10 gallon rack. Someone I met through Facebook around here locally. And then I ended up being really good acquaintances with him because we went to, I saw him at an auction, and then he has seen my whole entire fish room, and then I've seen all the stuff that he has at his place. He's a nice guy too. So he's the one that's buying my 10 gallon rack. And that's where my 220 is going to go. So out with the old and in with the new. I still got to do a few things with me with the 220. Sounds like I'm pretty lucky to not have water usage limits here. You're only limited by paying the bill every month. For me, I kind of luck out. I do have a water bill, but it's the same amount every month, and it's really cheap. I think it's like $50 something a month. And it's like that every month since I moved in here in 2019. The only thing I might pay a little extra for is electric to run my my well, the pump, the water well pump. It just, obviously needs to run to get the water over here. So I might pay a little bit more in electric, but as far as water goes, it's kind of nice. So I luck out there. Yep, Jorge, it's going to be the Peacock and Hat tank. Yeah, the 220 is being saved. It's actually these guys over here. The ones that I've grown out. since they were eggs, since they were tumblers. Yeah, that's the whole plan of the 220. There's going to be a lot of repetitive fish. There's going to be some sulfur lithobates baits, perhaps, probably a couple of dolphins. What else is in here? There's going to be a lot of OB, some lemon jakes, some red shoulders, and dragon bloods, and some albino dragon bloods too. But the whole purpose of that 220 tank is to have only the fish in there that I have bred myself. And that's the whole reason I got that 220, because I actually wanted to say, here's my tank of fish that there's not a single fish in this tank that I have personally bought myself. These are all raised myself. And that's what's in this tank here. Kind of like a little prized possession, if you will, which is kind of neat. Uh-oh, battery's running low. Hey, 3G. Thought I had my thing, this was plugged in, I thought. Hopefully I won't lose you guys. Hey, are we back? Are we back? uh, Technology, man. I hope it seems like we're back. Hey, it worked. I gotta switch my camera though. I'm on the wrong camera. Settings. We don't want this one. Cam link. There we go. Let's go to audio. Yeah, we want to go through the cam link. All right, can you guys hear and see me? Hi. Holy smoke, technology, man, I swear. We're back. That's cool though. All right, anyways, before I was rudely interrupted. Oh boy. All right, so I'm going to do something here. Welcome in, Jody P. Sweet Aquaballs, thanks for coming in. I wasn't using my phone. I'm actually using my laptop with my digital camera and then lavalier. My laptop died on me. I thought I had it plugged in on the very back side of the laptop. It was not pushed in all the way. So I lost my battery on my laptop and everything went kaput. No, just I have the dreaded cartridges, but I'm just using them up until they're gone because no point in not using them, I guess. But I have those on my top fin aquariums here, so I'm just going to go ahead and replace those. And I got sponge filters on them anyways too, so. But anyways, sorry for the malfunction. that is called an oopsie. Oh, these are pretty dirty anyway, so. But no fear. Yeah, these are pretty dirty. I don't like cartridges at all. But I'm using them up until they're gone. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I got 2 more after that. But I do have a sponge filter running, and this tank has been around for a while, so I'm not worried about losing, beneficial bacteria or anything. Because the sponge filter holds enough. Tank's been around for a while. Stupid cartridges. I'm going to be replacing these with like my short videos. I'll be replacing them with my own media once these are gone. So anyways, welcome back everyone. Hopefully this will reach. You know what? I'm going to do something else. Bring you with me. And here we go. All right. Let's see. No, that's been the case before, Henry. That has definitely been the case before. Nope. Let's see. What do I need to do here? Excuse me, guys. Coming through. I don't think anybody likes cartridge filters. It's a good thing to start out. I think it's something that, like, if you're looking to keep things simple, and if you get one of those, you know, what do you call them? The like if you get the kits, like the aquarium kit, and they already come with a couple cartridges, definitely something good to start out with. Keep it simple. How's Jody P doing? How's Aquaballs doing? How's everybody else doing? But once you become more experienced with the hobby, I think it's better to move on to your own media. All right, two more cartridges. Jody is doing the fun stuff. Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. Good to hear you, that you're doing well. Yep, me too. We're all doing the fun stuff. Yep. Yeah, I did water changes on all my smaller tanks yesterday. And then I'm doing them all in my larger tanks today. It always takes longer to do bigger tanks. What else we got? I might yeah, if you guys haven't checked out the video of my end results for my shorts, check it out. It's a little bit longer than I used to do, or that I'm used to doing, I should say. Just because of the fact of, uh-oh, what happened now? All I did was move my battery. Did we lose me again? We lost me again. Okay, we're good. I was cleaning my sponge filter yesterday. Oh, 156 of them. You are a beast, Henry. You were a filter beast. I don't remember if I added well, I guess just to be on the safe side, I'm going to add a little bit in here because I don't remember adding water conditioner into here. I might have to stop this water because I'm still draining on my other 55. All right, cool. That's good. I'm still here, alive and kicking. Come on, ads. Yep. I don't need a filter getting clogged while I'm not home. Yeah, I try to do that as well before I go on vacation. I try to get all my tank maintenance done, and then thankfully, when I went on vacation last time, my brother fed the fish for me, so that was pretty sweet. So I gotta fill these buckets up for now. I'm gonna check the temperature on these too. 77 works for me. Makes a mess, but it'll be all right. All right. We are on tank number 5 and 6 of 8. Jody had a live stream. Did I miss out? Oh, today, 5 p.m. Central. What are you up to, Jody, on your live stream? What's on the agenda for your live stream? Or are you going to leave us all in suspense? I have to try to join in on that. That would be 6 p.m. my time, I believe. Zippity doo. 1 and 2. Every Friday at 5 p.m. on Boogie Bish Fish. Okay, I'll have to look that up then. Sounds like fun. 6 p.m. for me too. I don't think I have him on my YouTube list, so I'll have to look him up. We were planning on talking about our rice fish, and I have something extra to share that I discovered in one of my tanks today. Sweet. Surprises, if you want to call it that. That's always nice. Sounds like fun. Yeah. Guess I could move my camera over here a little bit. Try to zoom in a little bit more. How about that? So you guys can see more of what I'm doing. I don't know if Jorge's still in here. If I can zoom in. That's going to be my future 220 tank. That's where my peacocks are at the moment, and they're going to be adding halves to it as well. So that is for the future. Oh, stupid thing. Don't want to suck up a bunch of sand. I already did. There's probably sand in here now. Yep, there is. There's a lot of sand in here. Whoops. Hopefully I didn't ruin my motor in here. Oh well, I didn't lose too much. I think it's always fun to get a bigger tank. More things to look forward to. Bigger and better things, as I like to say. Moving on. You probably guys are hearing the towel that's rubbing against my mic. Moving on to bigger and better things, is what I like to say. Still flowing water though, so that's a good sign. No decrease in water suction. Oh my goodness. Still look forward to getting my 220 set up, but I still got a long ways to go. Gotta do a couple, not repairs, I guess. Well, technically repair on the background on it, but I'm also going to repaint the stand too, because it's got some scratches and such in it. Alrighty, just about done with this one. Let's see, we'll set this here for now. Add some water conditioner to this so I don't forget. Alrighty. think I'm doing my window tanks next. What else is going on in the big tank? It'll be the OBs, Dragon Bloods, Red Shoulders, Lemon Jakes, and then there's some sulfur head lithobates in this tank over here. There's a couple blue dolphins and a couple electric blue LEs. But that's what's going in my big tank. I got to start these, hang on the backs, fill them up with water because these things won't start back up on themselves. You always got to fill these things back up with water. All right, so hopefully that'll be good. You, Henry, are you in an office or something? Just hanging out in the office? You do like office work? Uh-oh. You guys still see me? You guys still see me? Bye, Jody. Thanks for coming in. I should probably hook up my wired internet, but I'm afraid if I do, that was one thing I forgot to do is hook up my wire internet. Let's see if I can get this to work. Oops. All right, that should work. Unplug my filter here. Phone call. All right, I work from home. Okay. All right, cool. Thanks, June. All right, we're doing good. We're doing okay. We're doing better. I feel like I'm missing something though. Maybe not. Maybe I've just gone crazy. Not a whole lot of people watching, but it is 3 in the afternoon or in lunchtime for some people in the west coast of the United States. So how's everything else going? What are you up to, June, if you're still here? I'm doing my window tanks at the moment. I was watching a mystery snail and a green bean. It's holding the green bean with its foot. That is funny. That'd be amusing to see. Snails have interesting behaviors. Even like your pest snails per se. Like you just find them in the most random spots. It's kind of amusing, even though they're pest snails per se, Malaysian trumpet snails. Should almost be good to go. Seems like Henry had a phone call. Yeah, snails are interesting creatures. I don't personally own any other than the Malaysian trumpet snails I have in the one tank, but I do like watching them. I do think it's neat to see them in fish tanks. I just never got them personally. All right, so one fish tank's running. The other one just started up too. I'm gonna have to put, since I got behind because my live stream was rudely interrupted by my battery camera or my laptop camera, I'm gonna have to put a temporary stop to my water flow return. Because my window tank is only like maybe a third gone. So there is colors other than yucky outside snail brown. Yeah, lots of colors. Ram's horn snails. 450. That's a pretty good size. And I thought that my 220 was a good size. Be right back. Now for my Mbuna tank, I don't know. I usually use my smaller water pump for my Mbuna tank. Yeah, I think if I had that size tank, June, that it would probably be my favorite tank as well. Definitely would be. It's one of those go big or go home tanks, right? What do you have in it? I'm assuming maybe Central and South American. If I had to guess anything. These Oscars are from the Florida canals. Sweet. Yeah, that's good. Like your prized possessions. All right, so I'm about halfway through my Central and South American window set or window tank. So let me stop that and see if I can move on to my Boone tank without messing up my aquascape. That will be the biggest challenge. All right, now I got to turn my other water back on. So all tigers, I think. Nice. Very nice. June, I think you're the lone survivor in this live stream. Really cool with the plants. Yeah. One day, whenever my life gets a little bit less busy with the kiddos as they get older, I'm planning to transform my fish room into bigger tanks as well, starting with that 220. So yeah, you're the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. 3 people watching. I think one of them is me because I'm just trying to monitor my YouTube situation. It's all right though. You and Henry are the winners. You're the longest lasting people on the stream. You said you almost like them. Why almost? At least you like them, right? That's the important part. There's got to be some sort of likeness in it, right? Gonna see if I can move. I wish I could move my camera. I'm not going to bring my phone up and show you. Both have canopies. Such a problem to work around. I hit my head all the time. So my 220 has a canopy on it too. And my issue with which I'm going to run into is I have enough room in my basement, like for the ceiling and stuff. It has enough room for the canopy when it comes to feeding the fish. And maybe maintenance too, but definitely when it comes to feeding the fish, it might be an issue. So I'm not like 100. I mean, the canopy makes everything look really nice. I'm not going to lie. But as far as feeding the fish, along with the lids and stuff, it might make it somewhat of a challenging tank to feed. So I guess in time we'll just figure out a way to make it work, I guess. Oh, cat likes to sit on them. That would make sense though. I get that. Cats like to sit wherever they find a comfortable spot at, right? Anywhere they can find a spot that they can claim for themselves, right? Isn't that their goal? Eat and sleep and claim a spot. Gotta love them though. Highest spots in the house. One has doors, the other has a lift. All right, so like one thing I debated about doing to make it easier, because I asked my brother about this because he's a good maintenance guy, is I thought about maybe like cutting some pieces out of the canopy and maybe making doors on the front instead of like having like a lift up top, because I can't use the lift up top and fold it over my tank because the ceiling here is just too low. But the canopy fits and you can lift it up maybe like a little bit, but I think that was my issue. And I thought about maybe putting like small doors with latches and stuff, but you know, it's particle wood too. So it's, you know, that stuff doesn't really cut very easily. And I don't know, we'll see. It's just a learning experience. This whole 220 that I have is going to be a learning experience for me. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Front doors are your problem? How come? I guess like, if front doors would be an issue, I would think maybe if there needs to be like a, like something to hold them up while you're doing everything else in there, you know, like I feel like that would be like a problem if you had like front doors. You would have to have like either a latch to leave it up or have oh, what do you call those things? Those I can't remember. It's been so long since I've used them for doors and stuff, but just like one of those pressurized things that like just hold the door up. So then you close it and then you open it, it holds it up. I don't know. Maybe that's something that you're talking about. Okay. The lift canopies maybe with better wood. And I bet that would make a big difference too. Getting close on my Central and South American tank. Same with my Mbuna tank. It's looking good. Probably have to empty in my bucket here, at least for a little bit. Oh, hydraulic. That's what I was thinking of. Yep. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Hydraulic. Just to let you know, I'm like on the back side over here, not on the bathroom, but like on the back side of my window tank. So I'm doing water changes on that. So I got to go over here and pay attention for a minute. But I'm still here. I can talk to you. Just going to be kind of going back and forth, looking at the water levels. All right. Give me 2 seconds, June, and I'll get back with you. All right. Almost done here. That was close. That was really close. All right. Took a long time to find the right one, but I picked out a birthday fish. Sweet. My birthday fish was a blue moba frontosa. Well, as far as I understand, it's a blue MOBA. It was what the fish store, which the local fish store is pretty reputable for the most part. It's not the best reputable fish store that I have experience with, but the one that I trust the most is Agna Aquatics, but this one's called Aquatica, and that's where I got my blue MOBA frontosa from. But yeah, that was my birthday fish for me. So that was nice, and it was kind of like an early birthday present for me too. Yeah, if you really think about it, I mean, can you imagine going out in the African safari and looking at like a blue lion? If you want to look at it that way. It is kind of bizarre if you think about it, but then again, if you think about it, I mean, birds are blue and you got red cardinals and stuff. So I don't know. Blue's my favorite color, though. If you, I think it makes more sense for blue to be in like, I guess fish, but I guess more so like birds because they're just like their feathers, you know, and they have a different pattern, like all the different colors of patterns and stuff. Where if like animals, mostly they're just their fur. Like, can you imagine like a buffalo being blue? That would be crazy if that could actually happen. Funny to think about, though. Yeah, blue is definitely my favorite color. I think it always has been, even since I was a kid. I went through a phase of red being my favorite color, though, for a while. Red and black together. I just like the color combination. So I guess my favorite color combination would be red and black. Like a red-winged blackbird. Can't get too distracted here because I'm on my last tank. Sky blue. Yeah, sky blue is a really neat color. I think if I had to pick a color blue, I would probably pick like a lighter blue too. Because I don't mind dark blue, but I think a sky blue makes everything kind of pop out a little bit more. This live stream was kind of seems like every time I do a live stream down here, not like in front of like my tanks and stuff, when I'm doing like especially water changes, it seems like every time I do a water change video or live stream, something stupid happens. Yeah, it's a happy color. A gray cat is called Blue. Is it really? I missed that. Oh, I think it's just maybe it's just because of the blue. The blue is really popping out on your brand new TV, right? I gotta pay attention here. If I don't pay attention, I cannot see the water level on the back side here, so I really gotta keep an eye on that tank so I don't overfill it, I guess I should say. I didn't know that about the cats, though, that gray is considered blue. Like if you go buy a cat at a pet store and like you get its like official name and color and that sort of thing, does it actually say like a blue? I think like maybe not like a Siamese, but I don't know. I'd never heard that before. Interesting, though. I'm not a very cat knowledgeable person other than feeding, and that's about it. Thank you. Yeah, it always makes you feel better when you do a water change. Everything looks so much more clean. Much gooder. Uh-oh. Last and final tank. Almost filled. Almost filled, June. Thanks for hanging out with me today, by the way. Siamese as well. Okay. But it'll be a shade of gray. I'll move this around a little bit more. Blue with a shade of gray. All right. Give me 2 seconds, June. I got to watch my water level and shut the water off. It's getting there. It's getting close. I'm still here, June. So anyone else that pops in, if anybody, just let them know that I'm topping off my last tank and my Windows tank setup. But I'm still here. Just about finished. All right, tank filled, lid closed. Be right back. Ragdolls. Siamese cats are shaded cats, meaning the ears, face, tail, and paws are a different color than the body. Huh. Ragdolls and like very similar to Siamese. I got you. All right. I got to shut the water off, June. I'll be right back. All right. Anyways. Thanks for hanging out, June. You're a real trooper. Ragdolls. Reminds me of Ragdoll living in a movie. You know that one? I hope you do. I think that's how the song goes. If you can name it, you're definitely the winner of the live stream. All my tanks downstairs. Oh boy, that'll be one heck of a project for you. But it's going to be well worth it in the end, I bet you. I got to let all this water out, and that's one thing I do with my hose is make sure all the water is out of here. Ragdoll living in a movie. I think that's how that song goes. One more time. All right. Biggest was a 40 breeder. Okay. So only 6 tanks upstairs. Biggest is a 40 breeder. I want to bring up the 75. What do you have in your 75? That was kind of like a nice thing for me, is to move all my fish down here. I have 3 tanks upstairs, but a majority of my fish are down here. Welcome back, Henry. That was a long phone call. It's a plant farm at the moment. 23. I've got like almost 30, I think, but it'll be diminished whenever I am done with my 10-gallon tanks, which will be next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. I feel like I lost a bunch of viewers whenever I had my internet, or whenever my laptop shut off. But it's all right, because the most important people are here right now. Henry and June. Trying to get out of the 10-gallon tanks. Yep. I don't know, Henry. I think Henry, I think whenever I had the internet, or when my laptop died, I feel like everyone just kind of left and thought my live stream was done. But then Jody P came in for a little bit after it started back up. So yeah, I don't know. All righty. Tanks are looking good. Yeah, there you go. I appreciate it. Mystery snails are a mystery. That's the whole point, right? I don't have much else. I got everything I wanted to get done. Everything looks good. I feel like I should hang out with you guys a little longer, but that means I have to move my setup around. But I do have to get some things done before I go to work tomorrow morning. So June and Henry, since you're the only people here, my work schedule is going to get pretty crazy. It's like our one time a year where work gets really busy and we have like a whole entire plant shut down. But So I'll be away for a few weeks. I might pop in a live stream here and there, but it won't be anything real crazy. So I won't be doing a live stream, a video, or a short for a while. So I'll be kind of out of the loop for a few weeks until the end of the month. So just thought I'd give you guys a heads up. Yeah, I already have the 220, Henry. There's a video of it. Let me see if I can find it for you before I go. I think it's in the it might be in the updates in the when you go to my videos. I think it's in the, let me look at the playlists. Fish room changes. Maybe not. Let me see here if I can find it for you. Maybe it is part of the update. Yeah, I'd have to find it, man. Dimensions? You mean dimensions? June? Oh, dimensions, yeah. I can go measure it real quick. I don't remember offhand. Let me go measure it real quick. Henry, if you're here, 6 foot by 2 foot by 2.5. 6 foot in length, 2 foot in width, and about 2.5 in height. I just measured it. It has to be in the playlist of like my fish room updates. I'm looking for it now. Oh, it's in the big reveal, I think. Because I explained in the video, yep, it is. So it's a 10-minute and 45-minute video. Let me post it on here for you guys, if you guys haven't seen it. Yeah. Yeah, after adding the Summit to 220. Yep, that makes sense. That's the video, and about 4 minutes and 30 seconds in is when I actually reveal like the tank. But you just have to keep in mind that it's in the other part of the basement, and that other part of the basement, it's really ugly. So that's the video of my fish tank of my 220. It shows like the stand and everything I got with it. It shows like the wave makers, the sand, the canopy, and that sort of thing. It's 10 minutes and 45 seconds, but 4 minutes and 30 seconds in is when I start showing off the tank and what it is. So yeah, check it out. But yeah. I think I am gonna get going though. I want to do a few things, like I said before. I have to go to work tomorrow. But thanks for hanging on with me, June and Henry, and anyone else who's here. All right, sounds good. Yeah, check it out. Maybe leave me a comment on there if you don't mind, June, just to let me know that you checked it out, and Henry too, if you get a chance. That's what's going to be my Peacock and Hap tank that I've raised up for myself. So. $72 by $24 by $24. Okay. I asked for it. That's fine. Yeah. It's different, but I like it. You know, I really like it though. So I'm looking forward to setting it up. But it's like got that hood we had to lift up and over sort of thing. So it's got lights with it too and stuff. So it was like, I wonder if like the extra, like if yours is a 180, mine is about 2.5 feet tall. So I wonder if that 6 inches is what adds the extra 50 gallons, give or take, maybe 40 gallons, maybe. Because mine measured out as 6 feet by 2 feet by 2.5. So I wonder if maybe yours is 2 feet high and mine's 2.5 feet high, 2.5 feet high. That maybe that what's accommodating the extra 40 gallons that's in mine. That's a guess. I'm not saying that's the that's the reasoning. Yeah, could be. But everything looks good. Water definitely looks a lot cleaner than all of them. It's crazy what a difference that makes when you do water changes. Yeah, what a big difference. I think the Central and South American was a huge difference. There's a lot of fish in there. And that's one tank I'm going to have to put into a bigger tank as well. I don't know. We'll see. How much did it cost? That is for, it wasn't really expensive, but it was definitely the most I spent. But I'm not going to say how much it was. Sorry, Henry. Okay, 100-gallon is the same length, 18-inch depth. Yeah, it's like the 120 I have for my Frontosa. I'd have to look at my Facebook history to see. Like, I do remember roughly how much it cost. But I also bought some paint to repair the paint. I'm probably gonna buy a little bit more sand. And what else did I buy for it? I did something else with it. Oh, I gotta do a little small repairs here and there. Just because the canopy and it has the Aqua Decor background and stuff. Oh, it came with that FX6 filters. Or I take that back. I bought my FX6 filters off of Marketplace, so I had to buy those on top. So maybe that's what I was thinking of. But it was definitely over $1,000. Let's just put it that way. I'll give you like it was between it was about $1,000. It was a little over $1,000. Yeah, 420-gallon tank, added filters to get the needed gallons was much cheaper than buying a tank. That makes sense. Yeah, sometimes you can get some really good hits on Marketplace. So I would think if I spent like a little over $1,000 on this tank, or about $1,000 or so. I'm not gonna say the exact amount, but I'm just saying a roundabout area. Plus, I had to buy some FX6 filters for it. I bought 2 of them because those are my favorite filters. So, anyways, yeah. Sometimes when people move, that's the best deals you can get. I wish that was true too, June. So this thickness, this glass thickness, it's really thick. I mean, like if you go online and look at new tanks, I bet you this tank, like whenever I was looking into getting like a big tank originally, like a long time ago, before I even got my Frontosa tank, like if you want to custom make a tank, they're like thousands of dollars. And that's just for the tank. That's not even including like the stand and the sand and the decorations and the like everything else. Like it's ridiculous how much tanks are. I think the glass thickness, I believe, is like, I want to say it's a 1/4 inch thick glass. It's heavy. It's really heavy. I cannot believe my brother and I got it down the stairs. But yeah, it's expensive. Uh, 1 inch or more is what I 1 inch or more is what I see. The 420 gallon is 1.5 inch, the thickness I have. Okay. Yeah, I think some like the smaller tanks, I think their glass thickness it's not even close to, I want to say like maybe an 1/8 inch thick. I don't know. That's just me guessing. The mag float slides off. Wow. And those things are pretty strong. That's crazy thickness. Here. Yeah, that's crazy. Here we go. Let me bring you guys up a little bit. A little fuzzy here. Let's see if I can fix that. Are you getting help moving that tank? I bought the biggest one. It's acrylic. Okay. My brother helped me move it in, and then God, I hope I get help. I bought one of those suction, things that suck to the glass or stick to the glass. I got 2 of them. I'm probably going to buy 2 more, but I'm really hoping I can find the people to help me move this tank into the room, because I know my brother and I cannot lift this tank up ourselves. Like we basically had help putting it in our moving van, where I picked it up at, because there was like 3 other people there along with us too. So it took every bit of 4 people to move this tank, but we literally just slid it off the moving truck, slid it onto 2x4s, and him and I took one end and we're just slowly moving it, and then we were just shifting the tank with 2x4s to get it to the doorway, and then we were both just kind of tipping it down the stairs into the basement, which I barely fit. And then we just took the 2x4s again and just kept shimmying the tank back and forth and moving the 2x4s around until I got it onto the skids, that it's where it's sitting at now in the video. But I'm hoping so. Yep. 674 pounds. I can almost guarantee you that mine probably weighs roughly about the same. Well, I shouldn't say the same, probably a little less, but I would say definitely a few 100 pounds for sure, if not more. 365 pounds. Was that was just by itself? I'm assuming. There we go. Two guys. Even if you use a hydraulic. Yep. Yeah, you just got to do what you got to do. I'm hoping everything works out for this because I'm really excited, but I'm also really nervous because I'm afraid that my biggest fear actually is obviously moving it into the right spot because I have to move my my Dragon Blood tank, which I call my Dragon Cage. I'll have to move that tank. And I'm going to move it out of the way temporarily for, if not probably permanently, honestly. I don't know. I kind of like the center tank, but to put the 220 in, it's going to stick out a little bit. We'll see how things go. But I guess my biggest thing is once I get everything in place, like it's going to take a lot of pre-gaming, a lot of pre-planning, because once it's in place, no one's going to want to move this thing. I don't want to move the thing. Like once it's in place, I want to make sure to have enough room for like maintenance on how to set up the filtration and the hoses and stuff. So that's why my playlist on the fish room updates is going to keep getting updated with these small updates, because it is literally every little thing down to the last detail of moving these 220 in its place where the 10-gallon rack is right now. So if they were firemen, I don't know if I can get a lift in here or not. I wonder if the firemen would, if they would volunteer to help me move it. Wouldn't that be interesting? I don't know if they have like people that like would help like move stuff like that. I don't know if they were firemen, they were just people that you knew, or were they just, you just go to the firehouse and say, hey, I got something I need to move. Can you help? Yeah, I remember saying it took your biggest tank. Taller, looks much bigger. I visited a gentleman's house not too long ago, and he has one of those tall tanks, and they're really neat, but I can't imagine, like, I really like the profile of the tall tanks. It makes them look a lot bigger than they actually are sometimes. But I guess my take on it is from no experience of having one, of like how it would be to like clean or gravel vac if you had to, or like if you had to get a fish down on the bottom, you really have to like, you probably have to get like cleaning tools with long extensions to either get a fish out or to clean the bottom of the tank or gravel vac or something of that nature. You probably have to have like a really, really long connection to do any sort of that stuff with maintenance or anything. Yeah, I can imagine it's harder to place plants because you can really like, with plants, you really, yeah, you can get like those needle nose pliers, not these, but like something similar to like kind of dig the plant into the sand or the ground or the dirt. I can imagine it being really difficult. Yeah. One thing that I have not used yet? I bought this. It's like a Python attachment. And it's freaking awesome. And I think I've only used it once. But because of my tanks, like I can do a majority of what I need to do with what I already have. 3.5 feet. So this would probably be, let's see here. This one's 2. So here, this one's 2 right here. Does Python seriously make a 3.5 foot long tube? Because this is pretty good size. This is really, like, honestly, a really good size, especially for my fish room. Like, I can't imagine another 1.5 foot added onto this. Separate tools for each tank. Okay. Interesting. Come on, camera, focus. Yeah, I bet, if you want to use it for a pond, you're going to need something that big. That makes sense. And has a handle. That's even better. I never knew that Python made bigger stuff like that. But then again, I guess I never needed it, so I never looked into it, to be fair. That's convenient. In the way. Yeah, that would be like the downfall of having to use such larger maintenance tools that you have to almost figure out a way to use them, figure out the best way to use them. What is going in that big tank? That big tank is these guys down here. That's what's going in that big tank. And then there's some, let's see, others here. There's some haps in this tank. They're sulfur head lithobates. And they're going to go in there as well. What's in the tank over here is mainly peacocks, dragon blood, OBs. There's going to be some lemon jakes, some red shoulders. It's all stuff that I've bred here in my house. Where to store each tank stuff is a bit of a problem. Yeah, with smaller tanks, it's a little easier. You can just kind of stick them underneath something or shove them in a cupboard somewhere. But for bigger tanks, I can see that being an issue. That totally makes sense. You almost need like a whole entire closet just for fish stuff, right? I get it though. But I think I am going to go. June and Henry, thanks for stopping by. I think there's one other person watching here. It shows 5 on my screen here. I think the room under the stairs, a dungeon, is going to get converted to a fish room, Steph. Oh, so you have is your house kind of like, I always think of like old school movies and such, to where like you have it's like wood panels per se, and then you have like a door that either goes to like the basement or it just has a storage space underneath the stairs. Is that something that you're talking about? Yeah, it does sound like a cool house. Oh, it just looks like a closet door. Okay. All right. Well, anyways, June and Henry and the other lone survivor on this chat, thanks for coming in. It was a couple hour stream. So there's 6 people on here now, including one of them's me. But I'm gonna go. I got some stuff to do before I get ready for tomorrow for work, and then I'm gonna spend some time with wife and daughter and the soon to be. Yeah, next to the fish room, convenient, perfect. But thanks guys for watching. I guess it was a success to do this. A little bit of an interruption in between, but we got it working out. We don't know who's lurking, Henry. One of them's me, but yeah, feeding time. Yep, same here. But we'll catch you guys. Hey, Ash is on here. She said we'll be home shortly. I wonder if Alana's watching on the phone. My wife decided to pop in, randomly. Thanks, hon. I appreciate it. I'll be spending time with them. So this will be good timing then to stop the live stream, since I'll be home soon. Henry says hi. And this will work out. June says, hello, Mrs. P Tag. Or Mrs. Tag. All right, guys. thanks again. I'm going to clean up my equipment, my camera equipment, and then I'm going to head upstairs and spend the rest of my evening with the family. So we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for coming in. She feeds the fish, Henry. These tanks are all the fish tanks she needs. See you guys.